Okay, back to working on Colo the Koala. This is our tutorial number 2, and today we're going to be working on her head. And the first tutorial we worked on her body. So if you haven't seen that, please go back and watch that first, because Colo's made as one piece, so body and her head are together. So I will put a link in the description for that below. Right, we are working on the head and we're on to round 9, following the pattern. And we're going to start increasing to make our head a little bit bigger. So we're going to put 2 single crochets into this first stitch. So remember, let's go through holding our yarn again. So I get my pinky and I'll hook it under the yarn just like this. I turn my hand and I go under the yarn. My pointer under the yarn, and then my index finger and my thumb come in and they hold my project here close to the hook. Then we're working with this yarn here, and we're going to do 2 single crochets into the same stitch. So into that first stitch of the round, yarn over, pull up a loop, 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through both, and that's 1 single crochet. Now we're going to do another single crochet into that same stitch, and if you want, you can put your stitch marker back in. We want to get to 12 stitches for this round, and so we're now going to put 1 single crochet into the next 4 stitches. So just 1 in this stitch, 1 in the next stitch, and then another 1 in the next stitch, so that's our third, and then the 1 in the 4th stitch. And now we're going to repeat that pattern combination, which is 2, then 2 single crochets, and then 1 single crochet in the next 4. So we're putting 2 in this one, 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet into the next 4. So just 1 by itself in the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and you should find that you have 12 stitches. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oops, sorry, I miscounted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Right. Okay, round 10. We're still increasing. So we're going to do 2 stitches in, 2 single crochets into the first stitch, 1 single crochet into the next, and just repeat around. So repeat that combination until we have 18 stitches. So 2 single crochets into this stitch, 1, 2, and you can put your stitch marker back in. And 1 single crochet into the next stitch, then 2 to the stitch after that, so 2 single crochets into this same stitch, then 1 single crochet, then 2 single crochets. Just keep repeating this until you get back to your stitch marker, and you should have 18 stitches. Now up to 1, then 2 single crochets, and then 1 1, 2, and then 1 and 2 and 1 in the last one, and I think you'll find that you'll have 18 stitches. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Alright, now we're on to rounds 11 to 13. It's 3 rounds in total. So we're going to put 1 single crochet into every stitch for the 18 stitches, and we're going to do that for 3 rounds. So 1 single crochet into every stitch, and just do that for 3 rounds, and I will get back to you at the end of round 13. Okay, just finished round 13 and we're up to round 14, and we're going to be doing decreasing. So we're starting to close the head on our koala. Okay, so decreasing is joining 2 stitches together. We're doing a single crochet decrease. So into the first stitch of the round, yarn over, pull up a loop. Into the next stitch of the round, yarn over, pull up another loop, so 3 loops on your hook, and yarn over, pull through all 3, and then just a normal single crochet into the next stitch, and you can put your stitch marker back in. We want to get to 12 stitches. Now we're doing a decrease again, so yarn into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop into the stitch beside it, yarn over, pull up a loop, and 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through all 3, then just a normal single crochet. Now another decrease into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the next stitch beside it, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. So we're joining these 2 stitches together, and now just a normal single crochet, and now a decrease, and we're just repeating this stitch combination until we get back to our stitch marker. So decrease, single crochet, decrease, single crochet. So this is now single crochet, and then decrease. Single crochet and a decrease. And then a single crochet. All right. Okay, we're on to round 15, which is this 1 single crochet into every stitch around for 12 stitches. So 1, 2, you can put your stitch marker back in. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Alrighty. Okay. At this point, we're going to embroider the face on our koala, the nose and the face. Alright, so you'll need your black and white yarn for this. We're going to start with a black. I'm just going to probably wind it all the way off. Alrighty. Okay, I usually like to double my yarn when I embroider. Just makes the features pop out a little bit more. So just double your yarn. And we're going to put the nose in at rows between rows 10 and 12. Alright, so I just take a look at my koala and I pick the side that I think is the nicest side. So the koala's best side, so I'm liking this side. And we're going to count from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we're going to start here. You want to put your nose in the center. You want to leave a bit of a tail because we will knock that off later. So leave a bit of a tail, and we're going to go up. Just try not to get tangled with the other. Alright, so we're now going to go up 2 rows, so up to here. And then we're going to go back in. I always do it into the same stitch. So back down to row number 10 into the same spot. Just keep that tail out of the way because they do have a habit of getting tangled and it's frustrating to undo. Now I guide it where I want it to go. So we want to go back into the same stitch, but I want to make a kind of a nice round nose. So I make sure that my thread goes where I want it. And we're going to go back down. I usually do this about 3 times. And go around on this side now. I want to go around this side so I can get the nice shape of the nose. And just guide it so it places the stitching places where you want it to go. Sorry for my dog barking out there. I might do this a few more times. I think I like it to be a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger. So I'm going to go back down. It's all in the same stitch and each one is different. You'll find you may only have to do 3. But I'm going to make it a little bit thicker. And I'm going to do 1 more on the other side, and I think that'll be a good koala nose. Alrighty, go up on this side. It's really up to you, personal preference, how many times you do it. Alrighty. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. So we're going to move on to the eyes. And the eyes are between rows 12 and 13 and approximately 3 stitches apart. So the top of the nose is row 12. And we want to do 3 stitches apart. really up to you. So I might put it here. Yes, all right. You can just try to keep those tails out of the way. Okay, and then you're going up one row this time. The last time for the nose we went up two, we're just going up one. And again, for the eyes, I always do it about 3 times into the same stitch. Same as the nose, except the nose I did do a little bit more. Okay, once you're happy with that, you're just going to skip 3. So each hole is like really another stitch. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to put it on the eye on this side. The same thing, go up 1 row and just into the same stitch, do it about 3 times. Alrighty, now once you're happy with that, just cut your yarn, leaving a bit of a tail because we will knot it off very soon. And then you want to grab your white yarn for the catch lights. And once again, I like to double my yarn. You don't need as much this time because we're only going to do 1 and 1 for each eye. Alrighty, so just keep your tails organized because trust me, it is a pain when they get tangled. You end up with probably two blacks on one side and 2 blacks on the other, and the same with the white. So going into the same stitches as the black, but we're just going to do 1. So on Colo here, I've got the white going on the outside on this one. So I might do it on this one too. So into the same stitch, leaving a tail. And then you want to guide this where you want it to go. Once you're happy with it, you can move on to the next eye and doing just 1. I just did it once, so just into the same stitch, but this, instead of doing 3 times like we did the black, I just do it once. And you guide it where you want it to go, of course. And then once you're happy with it, try and get them looking similar. I don't really worry too much if they don't. Just gives them personality. So, alright. Okay, now once you're happy with it, trim off the white, leaving a tail. Now what we're going to do is we're going to knot the black and the white together. So you'll find that you have 2 strands of black and 2 strands of white on this side. Leave the grey because that's part of the head. Don't get the grey tangled. You're going to have 2 strands of black and 2 strands of white on this side, and we're going to knot them together. So these 2, I usually do about 3 knots. The first knot I make firm but not tight, because if you make it too tight you will pull the face features at the front. So just keep an eye on the face as you pull. You pull a bit tight. Sometimes you need to, but just keep an eye on it because you don't want. And now the next 2 knots are as tight as I can do it. you'll get used to me doing 3 knots on everything. It's just, I read it somewhere and just thought it was a good idea. So yeah, I just like to make it nice and secure. You can do as many knots as you like. Alright, once you're happy with that, just trim it. And these bits will just tuck into the head. Become part of the filling. Alright. We are now going to do these last 2. Once again, the first knot is firm but not too tight. Just keep an eye on your face, the koala, so it doesn't pull. Alright, and now we're doing another 2 knots as tight as you can do it. And then just trim it and tuck it away. Okay, and if you want like black on this eye, it's kind of a bit hidden, you can just get your needle and pull it out a little bit. Alright, and that's a face on our koala, so it's starting to take personality. It's a fun bit. Okay, now we're going to fill our body with some, and head with some hobby fill. I usually like to use the end of my crochet hook for this. Just helps get it in there, or a pencil. It's probably easier with a pencil, it's a bit bigger. Okay, so just put your hobby fill in. Pushing it all the way down to the body. Get a pencil just to help push it all the way in. Okay. You can always add a little bit more hobby fill once we start to close the head. Okay. Right, we are now up to round 16, and we're going to be doing a decrease into every stitch around until we get to 6 stitches. So we're closing the head of our koala now, and we've nearly completed the body and the head. Alrighty, so just go into the first stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn your 3 loops on your hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. So join those 2 stitches together. Now we're joining the next 2 stitches together. I'm doing this all the way around. So into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, into the one beside it, yarn over, pull up a loop, 3 loops on your hook. So that's 2 decreases, continuing to do decreases until you get back to the start. At this point you can put your stitch marker back in if you like, but I just tend to count it. So that's 3. Oh, sorry, my dog's been a bit crazy today. 4. Okay, 4. Now we're doing 5. I might just add a little bit more hobby fill. It's up to you if you want. Don't try not to overfill it. You want it to be nice and squishy, but I feel like the top of the head needs a little bit more on this koala. Alrighty, so now I want to do number 5, decrease. This is a 5th decrease. And now the last one. All right, now cut your yarn leaving a tail so that you can close the head on your body. Okay, now what you want to do is just yarn over and pull that yarn all the way through. And okay, our tapestry needle. Okay, you'll remember how we spoke about the stitches having a front loop and a back loop? So this time we want to weave our yarn in and out of the front loop so that we can pull the hole on the top of our head. Just pushing that stuffing down a bit more. So here's the front loop here, and this is the back loop. We want to go into the front loop only, and that way it will help close the head in a nice way. Just a little bit nice. So I just go into the front loop, then kind of over, and then into the next front loop. And just do that for the 6 stitches around. And once you've done that, just pull it tight and it should close just like that. And now you can knot it off. And as always, I do the 3 knots, and this time I will pull the first one tight. I didn't want to do that on the face, but you definitely do it on here. That's 1. 2. And 3. And we're going to weave. Now just weave this in and out of the body. The yarn won't see it. Just tucks the end away and just makes it a little bit more secure. So just in and out, there's no right or wrong. Just tidying it away. And once you're happy with that, now we want to trim it close to the body so you can't see it. And then we have a koala nearly done. Okay, thank you for watching. In the next tutorial we'll finish off our koala. We'll do the ears and the arms, and then our pencil topper will be all finished. So hope you're enjoying this project, and I will see you in the next tutorial. Thank you.